Hey you guys, Dolly here. Hope y'all are having a good Thursday so far. I just wanted to come on right quick. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever played Pacman or Mrs. Pacman? I'll probably age myself by telling you this, but those came out when I was a kid. And I actually, I think if y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but Pacman, Mrs. Pacman, and Frogger were like the first video games that I remember coming out, other than maybe like Galaga or something like that. But I remember we used to go to the bowling alley quite often. My mom played on a bowling league, is that what it's called? And I did as well. And so they had an arcade there, and it was so much fun while my mom was bowling with her team for me and my friends to go to the arcade and play the games. I would play Mr. Pacman, Mrs. Pacman, and Frogger till my hand hurt because I was so tense trying to get away from the ghosts, or on Frogger, dodge all the cars. That was always a lot of fun. I actually still have a Frogger game that my grandma bought me. It's like this big. I should have got that out and showed it to you. But it's from the 1980s and it still works. It's crazy. I let the kids play with it sometimes, but not very much because it's so old. But it still works great. Dodge all the cars and jump on the logs and get up to the top. So it's a lot of fun. But I wanted to talk about Pacman and Mrs. Pacman and relate that to some things that make sense to me in my mind. So I'm hoping that this will help make sense in your mind as well. So today, I just finished a workout and I was so excited because I looked at the schedule of my workouts and I didn't know which one was on the schedule for today, and I thought it was going to be the cardio-based one, which I never really like, but it happened to be a different one. It was a leg day one, which leg day was still hard with this trainer that I'm using right now, but it's never as hard as cardio. So I use this tool to help me get through today's workout, even though it wasn't cardio, because we have cooler weather outside. It's cooler in my house, and so therefore I have more trouble breathing. So I use this tool to help me get through that workout. The other tool that I use, it's kind of an invisible thing here over on my shoulder, is the group of people that I use online to help me stay accountable. Now, what I wanted to relate that to Pacman is I equate this, and I equate the accountability group that I use to the little, whatever it was called, like that power pellet on Pacman, where you're trying to get all the dots, and then you get that power pellet. You're trying to run away from all the ghosts and make sure they don't get you. You get that power pellet, and that gives you like an extra drive, and then you're able to go eat all the ghosts. I have goats on my mind, haha. But so the power pellet gives you motivation. It gives you power, gives you fuel, gives you a reason to go faster. And I kind of equate the tools that I use, like the inhaler to help me breathe so I don't feel like I have fire in my lungs, and then the accountability group. If it wasn't for them, today's workout was really, really hard. And it's normally not that hard to breathe, but it was the cooler air really, really got to me today. I had to stop a couple times, even after just 30 seconds, and catch my breath. But if it wasn't for these tools, and not just this, but the accountability group, being able to have them to rely on and know that they rely on me, we're kind of a team and we work together, we're kind of like a family, that really helps with my motivation. And it's like I'm eating a power pellet every day. And with life, instead of always having something chasing me and I feel like I'm not in control, and I'm having to just go whichever way I can to keep whatever it is behind me that's chasing me off of my back, by having that family, that group to help keep me going and to stay motivated, I'm in control. I'm making the path. Those things are moving away from me because I'm the one that's making the decisions every day as to what path I am going to take in my life to get the ghosts in the world. So I hope that you can relate to that. I know my story was a little bit diverted, but I love Pacman. And I love Mrs. Pacman now. You don't really find Pacman games anymore out there. It's mostly Mrs. Pacman. But when I can play one of those games, I truly like get all tense, my whole arm and my hand, because I love to play it and I love to get the power pellets and then go get the ghosts. So if you kind of wonder what I do, that I hope that analogy helps you, because I've had a couple people message me in the last couple days and just kind of ask what I do, and they didn't kind of understand. So I wanted to relate that I am an accountability coach. I help with accountability. I use tools that have been proven to work, and they're specialized, personalized to your needs and what you need, what level you're at, as far as knowing what to eat and how to eat, and what workouts to do. So even if you've never worked out, there's something for you. And so those are tools that I use. And then I help with the motivation and the accountability and help you to get over the little hurdles and humps and find your power pellets in your life to where you're not having ghosts chase you anymore. You're not letting somebody else determine the course of your life. You're actually making the decision consciously every day to decide where you are going to go and what you're going to do with your life and your family and the legacy that you're going to leave behind you as you get older. So I hope that translates for you a little bit better so you can kind of understand what I do. I would really appreciate it if you would drop me a comment below if you have watched this and if it makes sense to you, and tell me if you like Pacman or Mrs. Pacman or Frogger or any of those. And one of these days I'll pull out that Frogger game so I can show that to y'all. But drop me a comment below. Let me know if this helps you. Let me know if you've watched. I would love to hear about that. Share this if you think that somebody would benefit from it, and subscribe to my live feed so that you get notifications when I come on if you like the words that I talk about and the things that I say. So I hope that helps y'all. I hope you have a great day. Drop me a comment below. I want to know that you've watched this and that it's helped you, and I want to help you go find your power pellets in your life. So if you need help finding those, if you want someone every day that can help you to just kind of decipher this crazy world that we live in with all the ghosts running behind us, then I would love to help you. Last point, I have a free group starting next week. It's the 12 Days of Fitness and Hydration Challenge, and it is going to be a very simple little fitness challenge and focus on hydration. We oftentimes during the holidays, we let all the hustle bustle of buying gifts and going to parties and making treats get the best of us, and it's our health and our fitness, our wellness that goes on the back burner, and that's when we end up doing the whole New Year's resolution thing. But I want to give you a few little workouts and tips for your hydration to kind of help you get over the hump through the holidays and help not put yourself completely on the back burner for the next couple of weeks. Kind of keep yourself somewhere toward the front, and then when it gets to January, you're not sitting there living with a bunch of regret. So if you would like to join that, also drop me a comment below. If you want to put the word Fitmas, then I'll know that that is what you want, F-I-T-M-A-S, or just say you want to join the group and I will get you into it. There's no strings attached. If you want to join and just kind of go with the flow of it and see what we're doing and have a little bit of fun, it's going to be focused around the 12 Days of Christmas song, if that gives you any tip or clue as to what we're going to be doing. And anybody can join that, any fitness level, even if you never work out at all. I would love to have you. We're gonna have fun, and it's going to be an awesome 12 days before we get into Christmas. So if you want to join that, comment below and let me know, and I will let y'all go. Have a great day.